From Studio 113 in Walson Hall, this is MBC News.
Welcome to MBC News. My name's Kevin Glancy.
And I'm Julia Lowe. So Kevin, how you been?
Yeah, pretty good. I'm usually over in weather. Now I'm doing news. New territory for me. Well, you looking forward to finals?
Not necessarily looking forward to finals, but happy for them to be done soon. What about you?
Well, I'm a little pissed off. I've got two finals, one of which just doesn't make any sense to me.
Oy, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe to get your mind off of things, you could read the news for this week.
Oh, absolutely. This week, Muhlenberg mourns the loss of its 10th president, Arthur Taylor, who passed away on the 3rd. In lighter news, we're looking forward to the new printer kiosks coming next semester. I look forward to full-color pictures of my ass. We also look forward to some nice distractions from the upcoming finals, like the doggy de-stressors on Friday. On a more national and international sides of the news, the new Kanye and Kardashian baby is named Saint West. I look forward to the jokes. Trump is being his usual self, calling for a ban on Muslim travel to the United States, as well as surveillance of mosques. New news came out of the FBI about the San Bernardino shootings last week, in the claim that the shooters, a husband and wife, had apparently been Muslim radicals for quite some time, and that they were practicing for their massacre as early as the day before the event. Internationally, Iran has tested a new ballistic missile in defiance of the UN regulations. China has issued its first red alert for air pollution, which means that there could be smog so bad that it's poisonous. In other terrifying news, the IRS is trying to broaden its ability to do its job, looking to get a new branch of authority and demand the Social Security numbers of members of churches who donate more than $250. On the other side of the scope, the Supreme Court has refused to take on the case of gun owners trying to fight Iowa City's ban on larger guns. Good to see their recent streak of sensibility hasn't worn off. That's all for news. Now over to Julia with the sports.
Thanks, Kevin. The Muhlenberg basketball team lost at the Centennial Conference this past weekend, 78-65, against frontrunner Gettysburg. Congratulations to junior John Schreer, who scored 15 points and made the 100th three-pointer of his career. His three came on his first attempt only 93 seconds into the game. Schreer is the 15th player in team history to make at least 100 threes. He also had 5 assists in the game and ran his career three-pointer to 102. Junior Brandon LaRose scored 15 points, and sophomore Nick Reindeck added 12 against a Bullet team that opened its Centennial Conference schedule with double-digit wins against Dickinson and Johns Hopkins, who have combined to win the last 3 league titles. Three-pointers by Schreer, LaRose, and senior Alex Stavetsky cut the margin to 7 at 51-44 with 12:43 remaining before the Bullets pulled away. Junior John Hunter had 8 points and 8 rebounds, and sophomore Jean Liebes also scored 8. Congratulations to junior football players Willie Britt and Mike Luby, who were named All-Region. Britt started every game at left tackle and was the Mules' most consistent lineman. As the All-Centennial Conference first-team pick for 2 years in a row, Britt did not allow a sack all season. Luby, the outside linebacker, recorded 4 pass breakups, an interception, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. As the All-Centennial Conference first-team selection, Luby was named Centennial Conference Player of the Week twice after a 3.5 sack effort against Gettysburg and a 4-sack game against Dickinson. Congratulations to the Muhlenberg women's basketball team, who won their 6th straight game, 81-72 against Gettysburg. Sophomore Christina Manning led 5 players in double figures with a career-high of 25 points. Sophomore Rachel Plotke scored 17 points. Senior Christina Santo netted 13 to go along with the team-high 9 rebounds, and sophomore Chelsea Gary recorded 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocked shots. Sophomore Brandy Vallely notched a double-double with 11 points and 15 assists. The Mules opened the second quarter on a 13-1 run, holding the Bullets to build a 12-point lead. Muhlenberg led 44-34 at the half. The Mules were able to maintain the lead-off between 7 to 14 points for most of the second half. Gettysburg was able to close within 5 at 68-63 with 4:49 remaining. Manning made huge back-to-back three-pointers to extend the lead to 11. 4 free throws by Plotke and 1 by Vallely secured the win. With a 6-0 record, the Mules have tied the 7th fastest start in program history. Great job to Christina Manning, who was named Co-Player of the Week by the Centennial Conference. Now, let's take a look at the Muhlenberg wrestling team. Sophomore Jake Gordon and freshman Patrick Sockler both earned places to lead the Muhlenberg wrestling team at the Messiah Petros Invitational. Gordon went 3-2 to finish 7th at 174. Sockler won 2 of his 3 bouts, defeating opponents from Gettysburg and Messiah, falling only to the eventual 133-pound champion to come in 8th at 133. Freshman Robert Armis recorded 3 wins to narrowly miss placing at 149. 2 of his victories were by fall, including one against a Centennial Conference opponent from Stevens. His 2 losses came by decision to wrestlers who placed 5th and 6th in the brackets. On another note, 7 Muhlenberg athletes were recognized for their behavior on the court, field, and course with their selection to the 2015 Fall All-Centennial Conference Sportsmanship Team. Sarah Waymuller, Chris Rusimano, Claire Thornton, Dylan Miniker, Gabrielle Smith, Jesse Alchek, and Jared Flank. Great job, guys. That's all for sports this week. Now off to Lizzie with the weather.
Thanks, guys. Now Muhlenberg for your weekly weather. On Thursday, it seems like it's going to be a high of 56 with partly cloudy. Then moving to Friday, it'll be up to a high of 59. Even though it's almost winter Muhlenberg, this weekend is going to feel a lot like spring, with highs going up to 61 on Saturday and 63 on Sunday. Next week, finals week, it's going to be rainy on Monday with a high of 57. Then moving to Tuesday with a high of 50, and it'll get colder on Wednesday with a high of 52. That's all for your week of weather, Muhlenberg. Now back to you guys.
Thanks, Lizzie. That's all for this week's news. I'm Kevin Glancy.
And I'm Julia Lowe. Good luck with finals, everyone.
And have a happy holidays.